Assalamualaikum and hi, we are from group 2. This is our group member. My group consists of 5 members, which is my name is Nurul SYAHIDA binti AZIZAN, Muhammad SAIFUN ANUAR bin Ahmad SHAHIMI, Muhammad HAFIZ bin MAHMOOD, Muhammad DANIAL bin MAZLAN, and the lastly is Nur AZILA binti HANAPI. Our group will be presenting about yard planning operation. As we know, this is a very important thing to learn more about it. So, let's go further with our first presenter.
Identify yard operation planning requirement. Terminal SOP. The need of security in a very port will have the document describe the standard operating procedure according to which the service is offered, and try access to and from the marine port terminal is controlled by what is called a cargo card secure security. Drivers are required to show proof of identity. Terminal access consists of 3 checkpoints. First, the gate in where driver check in via the do-it-yourself desk. Second, at the entrance barrier TOS register the moving trend of the container. Third, at the exit barrier TOS register to the movement of the container exit. Port and logistic terminology particular on yard and storage. This terminology is used for both the port area where the ship is anchored and for the agency, port authority loading the container yard and storage during the berth. The logistic chain is a complex process involving a series of stages that must run perfectly smoothly to ensure goods arrive at their destination quickly and safely. Shipping agent instruction. Shipping agent instruction is a document provided by the exporter or agent to carrier containing detail of the cargo to be shipped, the party involved, and the requirement for its transportation. Shipping instruction is a document that provides detailed specification of the shipment, like a container number, seal number, exact number of package, HS code. The shipper letter of the instruction essential enable a freight forwarder of your choice to be the acting agent for your shipment. All the question and action regarding carrier port insurance duty will be communicated to the freight forwarder. Cargo definition, criteria, and then content. Cargo consists of bulk cargo conveyed by the water, land, or air. In economy, freight is a cargo that transported at the freight rate for the commercial gain. Container should comply with the provision of the Convention for the Safe Container, with which requirement examination of the container. The criteria of the cargo is heavy and oversized cargo, principal loaded, most weight, human remain, and animals also dangerous goods. The content of the cargo plan should include relevant detail of cargo, for example, total equity, total quantity, description of the package, pallet tonnage, port of discharge, identification mark, and special feature if and when separate.
Welcome and good day to all my group member and lecturer. My name is Muhammad Daniel bin Mazlan. My matric number is S54829. I will continue the part that my group member have done. Next is the storage process. The storage process is the movement of goods into their most appropriate storage space. However, this is easier said than done. According to James A. Tompkins and Dale A. Hamlin, Warehouses often run out of storage space due to factors such as rapid growth, seasonal peak, and slow sales. There are 5 ways to optimize the storage process. First is calculate your warehouse storage utilization. Second, stay on top of your KPI. Third, reduce unnecessary else space. 4. Invest the right warehouse storage system. 5th, use container that suit the size of the good. Next, we go to bidding plan. Bidding plan are detailed documents drawn up regarding the complete resource allocation for a port and surrounding facilities. It implements a supply chain and operation plan for all vessels that will dock and berth at the port at least a month before. Before the arrival of a ship, the required berthing space have to be allocated, taking to prospective time the ship spent in the terminal into account. There are few things to consider during berth planning. First, actual arrival. This matters because of any delay affecting the vessel to be stored at yard storage. Second, move and crane split information such as lifting head, crane head, lifting capacity, twin capability, and amount of crane. Third, the diesel sailing time. For yard space and equipment availability. Sufficient space availability need to be double checked before the cargo arrives to make sure the unloading process from container terminal to yard storage is smooth. For the last is yard allocation. Yard allocation is how to allocate storage space for outbound container that will arrive at a storage yard. If the yard storage allocation problem is not handled properly at a transshipment yard, the problem of rush, halving, and traffic congestion may arise. Few suggestions to manage the yard allocation process more efficiently as shown in Figure 1. Based on Figure 1, a typical yard configuration. First, the port operator organizes the storage yard into several blocks as shown in Figure 1. The depth of each block is 6 containers and the length of the block is 40 containers. Second, every block is further divided into 5 sub-blocks where the length of each sub-block is 8 containers. The stacking height is 5 containers, which we'll call here. Third, the basic unit for the yard storage allocation process is the sub-block level. An example for the consignment strategy, we will assign the containers that are going to the same departing vessel to the same sub-block. 4. There is an assigned lane for the movement of container by prime mover and a spread passing line straightly to allow trucks to pass each other when required. 5th, the passing lane is narrow and it is shared by yard crane.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good days. Next, we move to second part, which is access yard operation. Firstly, it's about the ship schedule detail. As we know, ship schedule detail is very important because it is one of the ways to plan a ship voyage, whether to send cargo and so on. After that, ship schedule can determine the duration of ship voyage from point of origin to point of destination. Ship schedule can also set estimate time of arrival (ETA) to facilitate the handling process at the port. Ship schedule details can also determine and manage ship arrival and departure times, waiting times, potential vessel arrival delays, arrival time windows, and handling rates at each port. The main purpose of the ship schedule is to prevent congestion at the port, especially in the container yard area. This is said because if there is no schedule detail, it is likely that many ships will arrive simultaneously and at the same time a lot of cargo will be unloaded to be stored in the container yard. This will cause the space in the container yard area to be full and cargo that has just arrived at the port cannot be stored in the container yard area. There are several types of ship schedule. Firstly, point to point. Secondly, schedule by line. Thirdly, schedule by port. And fourth, schedule by vessel. Secondly, it's about the yard allocation. Yard allocation is one of the most effective strategies because it can help to accommodate all containers inbound to the port to be placed in the yard storage space without any obstacle. Yard storage space is the core resource in the container terminal yard area. With the rapid development of global economy, it can further encourage international trade, and this causes an increase in the number of containers and storage space in the port is increasingly limited. The main purpose of yard allocation is to overcome the problem of container congestion in the port to be placed in the yard storage space due to the large number of containers that cause storage space in the port to be limited. Yard space allocation can be analyzed at various levels accordingly to the storage space unit considered: yard section, yard block, yard sub-block, yard bay, and individual slot. So, with the yard allocation, it can solve the problem of limited space in the container yard area, and it can facilitate the process of handling containers that arrive at the port for access to yard operation. Thirdly, it's about the type of equipment requirement. Firstly, straddle carrier. Straddle carrier can circulate over container pipes. After that, straddle carrier also can go over stack up to 3 containers. Density of 500 to 700 TEU per hectare. Secondly, rubber tire gantry. Rubber tire gantry height storage densities which is 1000 TEU per hectare. Difficult moving between stacks, height acquisition, and low operating costs. Thirdly, front end loader. Use top container anchor point. Front end loader can handle most container. Can reach stack up to 3 containers in height. 4. Rail mount gantry. Higher storage density which is wide span up to 1000 TEU per hectare. Low operating cost, fixed to rail tracks. And 5th, reach stacker. Flexible side loaders can reach stacks up to 3 full or 5 empty container, 500 TEU per hectare.
Next, I will continue 2.4 estimations of operation and operations and performance procedure. Normally, use lead time estimate to calculate the operations. Lead time is a time allowed by the ship owner to charter or the shipper in which to load or discharge the cargo at yard. Lead time may be expressed in the day or hour or the time per day. There are 4 steps in lead time calculation. Step 1, we calculate the time allowed. For example, we use lead time allowed equal to amount of cargo to be loaded or discharged divided by loading or discharge rate. Step 2, insert the statement of fact into the timesheet. The timesheets are the diagram below. Step 3, calculating time used. For example, we adding all the hours and we get the total hours that used at the yard. Step 4, calculating dispatch or demurrage. Next, we continue to coordinate yard operations. First, we look at the cargo type. We have two types of maritime cargo. First, general cargo. General cargo have break bulk, which is concerned that we carry in drum, bag, pallet, or box. Such ships are typically killed. Second, near bulk concerned cargo where each pre-packed unit is accountable, such as lumber, paper, steel, and vehicles. Third, containerized. The growth of container shipping requires creating a new general cargo category where the cargo is being carried in a container load units. Second type of maritime cargo is bulk cargo. First, bulk cargo is a liquid bulk. The majority of the liquid bulk being carried is petroleum. LNG represent an emerging segment. Liquid bulk ships are commonly referred to as a tanker. Second, dry bulk concerns a wide variety of materials such as coal, iron ore, grain, bauxite, and the sands. And cargo requirement to import and export. First, document we need: pro forma invoice. Second, commercial invoice. Third, packing list. 4. Certificates of origins. Number 5, letter of credit. And number 6, cargo or storage plan. Number 7, bill of lading. Number 8, receipt. And last document that cargo require is cargo manifest.
I will explain about the coordinate yard operations. Here we are. This is a cargo movement details. First, the goods are transported to freight stations where they are loaded into containers. Second, the containers of goods are shipped to a container yard where they are staged for transport. Number 3 is a must, where the documentation is required anytime product is moved, especially between the countries. And lastly is the cargo is loaded onto a vehicle before it travels to freight stations, distribution center, or final destinations. The next slide is about the related department of yard coordinations. It is the operation department. The responsible of operation department is for the smooth operation of port and cargo operations and develop vessel loading and discharge plans. Other than that, it is for monitor vessels operations and also productivity. And lastly is oversee daily planning for berth, yard, and storage. Okay, so this is the slide about the technical department. Technical department is very important. It is because technical department is to follow up on vessel technical issue by reading all emails, facts, and also mail report. It is to ensure that suitable and fast procedures are done by the appropriate departments to identify any unsolved or regular issue. Then it is to maintain daily communications with the master and chief engineer, to ensure the best possible performance of the equipment and machinery. Other than that, the technical department is to attending the ship at least every 3 months and also attending during major repair and dry dock. Other than that, it is to checking the requisitions for lubricants, spare part, and also supplies. And lastly is to check that the vessels is following the company's working system and it is in compliance with the necessary laws and regulations. So we go to the...
That is very clear information. So that's all from our group. Thank you and bye!